Hi everyone, I'm your host, owner, and creator of The Mix. Welcome to my channel. Welcome. Thank you to everyone for your support. I need for you all to listen to this video. Yes, listen to it from beginning to end. Continue to engage in the comment section respectfully. Also, head on over to the community section. I have some polls going on. Vote. And let me jump right into the topic.
Another candidate is joining the race for the soon-to-be vacated Senate seat now held by U.S. Senator Debbie Stabenow. Harper made a stop in Grand Rapids tonight promoting his run. The one-time actor announced his run in a tweet yesterday and that he's running as a Democrat. During his event tonight, Harper said that he wants to engage potential voters who feel like they're being left out.
The largest voting bloc in the state of Michigan are people who don't vote. And those are the folks that have felt disenfranchised. Those are the folks that feel like no matter who they vote for, nothing really changes in their life. And so we have to get them to believe again that actually voting and participating in our democracy can make an actual difference in their life, create change. And that's the movement of this candidacy, powered by the people.
And that primary is set for August of 2024.
Okay, everyone, come on in again. Thank you for your support. Like this video, share this video. As you can see, what this video is going to be about. Yes, I follow up on Harper. I posted something in my community section a couple weeks ago, and then I got distracted. So I was supposed to bring content to you guys regarding his bid, his run for a Senate seat, and I believe that is in Michigan. So my question in my community section, it was a question, wasn't a solid question, but I put it out there. Basically, is Harper a placeholder for the Democratic Party? And in my opinion, even before I read this article, and I'm going to go ahead and get into that article from the New York Times, I believe, some excerpts from the article, even before, and I didn't read the entire article, even before I read the article when he announced his bid, I was like, I'm like, okay, I'm seeing, now that I'm in my latter years, I'm seeing how the political games, the political tactics, how they're navigated, especially by those who may or may not have an agenda, or especially by those who are plugged or who are connected with certain individuals. President Obama, they were really, to my understanding, I think strong acquaintances or cool or probably quote unquote friends in college. I think Harper and President Obama was at the same university together, Harvard or something like that. I think, don't quote me on that. But you heard that clip in the beginning, and I just want to encourage everyone. Political season is approaching. You're going to have these politicians dropping it low and spreading it wide and telling you and selling you malarkey and whatever for your vote. As you can see, the head of state of the United States, Mr. Jim Crow Joe, he had plain lied. And you see, they found cocaine in a White House some weeks ago. They have everyday problems like we all do. However, these political officials holding these positions need to be held accountable, especially to those who are participating in the voting process. For me, I'm bowing out, and I believe I expressed that on previous videos. I have no interest because of, as you can hear, what Mr. Harper stated in the beginning of this video, why he's running. But yeah, I just feel that from a household perspective, from a more importantly a culture perspective, communities perspective, my people has fallen by the wayside. And I'm not going to say it's the politicians' fault in its entirety, but they play a role in the way things are across the whole United States. Let's just keep it real. But as a constituent, as a voter at one point, avid voter, I'm disappointed. And I lost any confidence. And the more you know, knowledge is power. It takes you further. It gives you a bird's eye of what or how these folks play in your faces. So I'm just, They're loyal to their party, they're loyal to their own family, and they're loyal to their own agenda. And this is just my opinion. So let me go ahead and share the screen. I'm going to go over some excerpts from this article. Then I'll come back with more of my opinion and reaction to Hill Harper running for Senate candidacy in the state of Michigan. Okay, I stand correct. My apologies, you guys. It's the Washington Post. Okay, actor Hill Harper enters Democratic primary for a Senate seat from Michigan. And keep in mind, everyone, and I'm going to jump in here and there too with a little bit of, I might interject with a little bit of my comments. Keep in mind, Flint is in Michigan as well. So, Hill Harper, an actor best known for his work on the television series The Good Doctor and CSI New York, announced a bid Monday for a U.S. Senate seat for Michigan, entering a crowded Democratic primary that has been dominated by Rep. Elisa Slotkin. In media interviews, Harper, a first-time politician candidate, pledged to run to Slotkin's left, calling himself the most progressive candidate in the field. I believe our government should work for the people, be a force for good, and protect our freedoms, and that won't happen if we keep electing the same type of person to office, Harper said in an announcement. Let me interject right there. That he has a point. That is true. But are you going to take the torch and do something different? Or are you going to take the torch and do something different according to your party's agenda, Hill Harper? Just because you're a black face doesn't mean that you have black folks' interests at heart. And I know based off of what I'm reading, it seems like he's running for, I guess, possibly the people, so they want to group everybody together, which, I mean, it's fine. Okay, cool. Let me go ahead and continue. That's why I'm running for the United States Senate to represent Michigan. He's making that very clear. He's representing Michigan as a whole. But let's just see the key sectors, the key towns, the key cities that he honed in on in Michigan. Black folks. A campaign website lists his areas of focus as universal health care, end of filibuster, climate justice and jobs, and economic dignity. It sounds Obama-ish. All respect. And I say that respectfully. But hey, it sounds Obama-ish. Harper, 57, is an Iowa native who has said he moved to Detroit in 2018. Okay. He's from Iowa, but he moved to Detroit in 2018. Detroit, you guys, he moved there in 2018. This is 2023. He had to set up residency. He had to get out into the community. He had to learn the area that he's about to try to infiltrate via the Democratic Party, via his bro, former President Barack Obama. Let's just keep it real. In addition to his acting, he has written advice books and owns a coffee shop in Detroit. Okay. And that book, actually, you guys, fun facts about your girl, The Mix. I bought that book for my son and his friends. I think it's a letter to young men or something like that. I wanted my son read it. I bought it for him and his friends in high school as a graduation gift. So, I'm not here trying to shed anything negative on Hill Harper. I give credit where it's due. Great actor, all of that. Yeah, handsome guy, all of that. But is he for the people? Truly for the people? When it comes to our livelihoods, you guys, we can't get emotional. And I'm guilty of that, being emotional, ill-informed, uninformed, following trends. Nah. When you start to read and do your research and learn for yourselves, and experience certain things and people, your whole outlook, trust me, will shift. And it's like people playing in your face, being fake. And this is true as well when it comes to a lot of these politicians. Not saying all, but pretty much the majority, in my opinion. Okay, so Hill Harper is an Iowa native, but he moved to Detroit 2018. Let the setup begin. Harper became the sixth Democratic candidate to enter the race to succeed retiring Senator Debbie Stabenow, who's a Democrat, I guess, announced in January that she would not seek a fifth term next year in the battleground state. So, and this is another thing, you guys. This is a battleground state. And again, this is the WashingtonPost.com. So head on over here to at your leisure and read the article in its entirety and form your own thought process or whatever. But yeah, so the article further cites, if elected, Harper, who is black, would join a Senate that has only 3 black members: Senator Cory Booker, D&J, I think that's New Jersey, yeah, and Raphael G. Warnock, Georgia Senate, and Tim Scott, South Carolina. There are no black women in the Senate, but several are running in 2024. Harper told Detroit News that he would seek to provide real people power representation over big donor establishment representation. That's what he's saying now. Trust me. That's what he's saying now. His best bud is President Barack Obama. They besties, I think. So check them. Y'all do y'all research yourself. Don't go by what I'm saying, but it's that they have a strong acquaintanceship or whatever. You can call it acquaintanceship, bestie, buddies, former students or peers of each other. So, but yeah. And he also visited the White House when President Obama was, when he's president. While Harper has not sought elected office before, he has spent time on the campaign trails as a celebrity surrogate for then Democratic president candidate Barack Obama. Told you guys. His Harvard Law School mate, with whom he also played basketball. Obama later appointed Harper, a thyroid cancer survivor, to the president's cancer panel. Alrighty. Okay, let me continue. Harper faces an uphill battle against Slotkin, a 3-term congresswoman who flipped a GOP-held seat in 2018 and is a former CIA analyst. I encourage anyone, wherever you're at, wherever you're working, just try to, of course, respectfully, ethically, Slotkin has also proved to be a formidable fundraiser. Her campaign says she raised $5.8 million and had about $3.6 million in the bank as of June 30th, the close of the last fundraising quarter. Slotkin, who entered the Senate race in February, positioned herself as a moderate, rejecting stances and rhetoric adopted by the far left while championing Democratic principles such as abortion rights and a ban on assault weapons. Michigan will be among the battleground states Democrats must defend next year if they hope to maintain control of the Senate. Okay, and I'm going to stop it right there. Okay, you guys, let that last paragraph sit. It's a battleground state. Battleground state for Democrats. Hill Harper, in my opinion, is a placeholder. He's their face. He moved there. Hill Harper is from Iowa. He moved to Detroit, Michigan. That's based off of this article. I'll go ahead and probably do a little bit more digging, a little bit more research to see if he was born in Iowa. I don't know that. But yeah. So what are your thoughts? Is Hill Harper a placeholder for the Democrats? Michigan, and this is Michigan, all cities, towns in Michigan, please, if you do participate in the voting process, conduct your due diligence locally and hold your local officials, politicians accountable, because that's where it's at, the local level. When you're speaking about your communities, when you're speaking about the infrastructure of the roads, when you're speaking about housing, when you're speaking about healthcare, when you're speaking about your schools, when you're speaking about water and the grocery prices and things of that locally, from the congressperson, councilman person, and also senators, Senate seats. That's very important. That's where, in my opinion, change is made locally. Not to say from a federal level, that's not important as well. But if you are going to partake in the voting process, conduct your due diligence and hold them accountable. I know that may seem like a lot to do, but hey, these people are making decisions over your lives. And like I said, this is election season, so they're dropping it low and spreading it wide and will tell you anything for a vote. And once they get in there, it's like, who, what? Now you're not in the public no more. Now you're not vocal, but you were vocal around election time. So, like I said in the beginning, I just lost confidence in all of it. Once you know better, you do better, especially when you educate yourself. I wonder how does Hill Harper feel about reparations? Where does he stand on that? Detroit, Michigan, Flint, Michigan. See, you guys need restitution, especially in Flint. Especially in Flint. Come on now, reparations. Where does he stand on reparations? Hill Harper, where do you stand on reparations? My thing is, you guys, with black politicians holding office, and I know there's always someone saying, well, we always hard on each other, this and that, blah, blah, blah. I've said that as well, too. But when it comes to positions of power, I expect nothing but the best, especially from black political officials who's supposed to represent the culture of the community. I expect to be prioritized. I do. And there's nothing wrong with that. Let's keep it real. That I expect for these political officials to advocate fiercely on behalf of black folks, hence reparations. You know, cut the check. In my opinion, these political positions is meaningless if black politicians can't get in there and advocate for their constituents as a whole, most importantly, their own culture. It's pointless. Why hold a position? What? Just for power for the Democrat Party? It's like they gang banging the blue state, the red state. That's how I'm seeing it. They're just doing it on a more corporate political level. Come on now. Black folks should be priority for Hill Harper. Michigan people. Michigan as a whole. Hold your politicians accountable. Don't let these different parties come in and sell you a dream just to hold a seat in power, because that's all it is. It's the longevity of having power at a certain level, at a certain time, and to push certain agendas that they feel is beneficial for the country, for certain cultures, for education, for your children, for my children, children's children. So that's my spiel on this. Again, that was from the Washington Post, that article. If you want to dive deeper into that, go ahead over to that website and have at it at your leisure. But yeah, in my opinion, Hill Harper is a placeholder. Hold him accountable. He's gunning for that seat for the Democratic Party as a whole. And they know what that does in terms of vote-wise in the Senate. If you can flip them states to a certain color, then things will go their way, and vice versa. Or there continue to be arguments and filibusters and what. It's just silly. It's silly, and it's not fair. Because you trust that you're voting and that these people will have your best interests at heart, and it's like they don't. And it's sad when you have one of your own at a certain level with a certain position of power and authority, and they do absolutely nothing to advance your culture or your household as a whole. From economic level, no, it's disappointing. So, but like this video, share this video. Thank you guys for tuning into the mix, and I will post a poll over in my community section about this. Do you believe Hill Harper is a placeholder for the Democratic Party? Yes or no? So like this video, share this video, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye.